there's an age-old question I think that the internet's been trying to answer, and it's when does a man pass over into uncle status? And I think I got that question answered last night, and I think I passed over into uncle status last night. And it's not when you get insulted by a child and over piss dribble on your shorts. It's not when you get laughed at on the internet for doing something that they see as cringe. It's not doing 6-7 at an inopportune time and not knowing what it's really about. No, it's not any of that. The transition from Unk status, the transition into Unk status, I'm sorry, happens on the dance floor. I I was a groomsman for my friend's wedding the other night, literally last night, and it was a good wedding. It was fun. I on the dance floor when you're pulling out moves that are dance moves, that is, sorry, that are decades old. When you're pulling out the Quan, Gangnam Style, the Whip, and the Nene, sometimes even the Dougie. When you're pulling out moves like that, and the people around you who are maybe 5, 6 years younger than you and are like adults still, they're pulling out moves like, I don't know, the Scuba, which I learned about from my baby cousin, and let's see, the 6-7. We've already mentioned that. And they're pulling out those type of moves. It really does put an age. It really does put the age to you. Really does. Really does put the burner to your back. Really makes you realize that. Hmm. Hmm. My unk. But that wasn't really it. You know, you can pull out those moves post ironically. You can pull them out ironically and still be fine. You know, kids these days can pull out those moves and have them be fine. It was really something that happened later, a gag that we picked up during the night that during the dance floor on the dance floor during the night that really sold it for me. That man, I am unk now. Um, it's when you start creating your own dance moves. You know the what is it, the sprinkler, that 7-year-old white woman dance move, like that I've got a corporate office job and I'm trying to keep it PC for the investors type dance move. White woman, white woman type of thing. It's when you start creating moves like that and you should keep creating them. That was what we were doing. It started simple. It started with moves like the brain sucker. So you go, this is a two person move. So you do this, and then the other person will go like that. Okay. And then there was the modified grocery shopper. Kind of like that. Okay. And then it got into like some sport type moves, like where you're what's the word? Charading the sport to the beat. So it's the golf swing, there was the bowling alley. I was another two-person one where someone would pretend to bowl, another person would pretend to be the pin. They'd fall over, and then you jump up and go strike. Um, there was, let's see, there's the elephant. That was a really good one. That one was popular. There was the overthinking hooper. So you'd mimic doing a basketball between your legs a couple times, and then you do it behind your back, and then you shoot. There was also the just regular hooper. That was a really good one. Let me think. Let me think. What else do we have? There's the officer. I swear I'm not drunk. I had nothing to drink. I had nothing to drink. where you'd pretend to take a field sobriety test, walk in a straight line, or try to spell the alphabet backwards, but then you like fail miserably. Um, Typically, if there's like a dance circle, you try to do it into the middle of the dance circle and fail. There was the counting. So you're counting with the beat. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way to 10, and then you either keep counting again or you pull out another dance move because you get so hyped with the counting. Um, but as you're probably picking up, like when you're so inept and I don't know, just unable to actually perform the dance moves of the younger generation, that you have to make up your own moves that are really just like mimicking household activities. Like there was the vacuuming my house, the picking up change off the ground, the going to the petting zoo. Um, One of them was called the Jacker. When you're having to do dance moves like that, I think that means you transitioned into Unk. But the transition from what's the stage from not Unk to Unk? I'm not You're not a kid until you're an Unk. I guess like what are you before you're an Unk? Just a dude? I never really knew. But that was just kind of what I wanted to hop on and talk about is I think I cracked the code. I think I realized what the definitive clear transition is. So you do if you were ever on the dance floor and you're like kind of around that age of like mid-20s, like I mean, and you don't want to be Unk quite yet. You don't want to turn into uncle status. Steer clear of them those dance floors. So yeah, that's about it, gang. Um, you can call me uncle. I guess I won't get mad because I have made that transition emotionally. So I mean, yeah, cool. It's good. Debrief, I guess. Is this what uncles do now? Debrief their um nieces and nephews. Yeah.